Ever wondered what those fancy adjectives natives use really mean? Welcome to our deep dive into the world of advanced adjectives. We're here to demystify these often elusive words, shedding light on their meanings, usage and context. Whether you're a writer seeking to enrich your prose, a student aiming to ace that English exam, or just a curious language enthusiast, this video is your guide to mastering these intriguing descriptors. So brace yourself for a linguistic journey like no other. Stay tuned if you want to expand your vocabulary and sound like a native. Dive right in to discover the first set of advanced adjectives. Our first advanced adjective is meticulous. It means showing great attention to detail, being very careful and precise. Picture a scientist in a lab, carefully measuring out each ingredient. That's meticulous. An example sentence could be, the architect's meticulous design ensured every detail was perfect. Next up we have exhilarating. This word is used to describe feeling thrilled or excited. It's like the rush you feel when you're on a roller coaster or watching your favorite team score the winning goal. For instance, the concert was an exhilarating experience. Our third advanced adjective is inquisitive. An inquisitive person is curious, always eager to learn and discover new things. Think of a child constantly asking, why? That's inquisitive. Here's an example. Her inquisitive nature led her to explore many different fields of study. Fourth on our list is sporadic. It means occurring at irregular intervals, scattered or isolated. Imagine a garden with flowers popping up here and there, not following any particular pattern. That's sporadic. An example sentence would be, the sporadic rainfall made it difficult to predict the weather, and last for this set, but by no means least, is redundant. This adjective is used when something is no longer needed or useful, or it's repetitive. If you've ever written an essay and realized you're repeating the same point over and over, that's redundant. For example, his arguments were redundant and didn't add any new insights. And there you have it, folks. Meticulous, exhilarating, inquisitive, sporadic, and redundant are our first 5 advanced adjectives. These words can add depth and nuance to your conversations, making them more engaging and meaningful. But remember, these are just the tip of the iceberg. There's more to come. So stay tuned for the next set of advanced adjectives in our language journey. Ready for more? Here comes the next batch of advanced adjectives. First up, we have the adjective elusive. This word is used to describe something that is difficult to find or capture. For example, you might say, the solution to the puzzle was elusive. It can also be used to describe something that is difficult to understand or define, like the meaning of the poem was elusive. Next, we have meticulous. This adjective is used to describe someone who pays careful attention to detail or something that is done with great care and precision. For example, she was meticulous in her research, or the painting was done with meticulous detail. The third adjective on our list is profound. This word is used to describe something that is very great or intense. It can also be used to describe a person or statement having deep insight or understanding. For instance, his words had a profound impact, or she has a profound understanding of human nature. Our fourth adjective is subtle. This word is used to describe something that is delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. It can also be used to describe a change so delicate or precise as to be difficult to notice. For example, there was a subtle shift in his attitude, or the flavors in the dish were subtle. Lastly, we have vibrant. This adjective is used to describe something full of energy and enthusiasm. It can also be used to describe colors that are bright and striking. For instance, the city is vibrant and full of life, or the painting was done in vibrant colors. With these adjectives, you're certainly enhancing your language skills, so keep practicing. Keep experimenting with these words in your daily conversations or writings. And remember, language is a powerful tool, and by expanding your vocabulary, you're sharpening that tool. Stay tuned for the final set of advanced adjectives coming up next. Still hungry for more? Here are the final set of advanced adjectives. Let's kick off with the word meticulous. It means showing great attention to detail or being very thorough. You might use it to describe someone who is almost obsessively careful about their work. For example, the artist's meticulous attention to detail is evident in her stunning portraits. Next up is exquisite. This adjective is used to describe something that is extremely beautiful and delicate. It's often used to describe art, food, or even a performance. A sentence might be, "The chef's exquisite presentation of the dish made it even more appetizing." Our third adjective is elusive. Something that is elusive is difficult to find, pin down, or achieve. It's a great word to describe something or someone that is mysteriously out of reach. For instance, despite their best efforts, the solution to the puzzle remained elusive. The penultimate adjective for today is vivacious, which is used to describe someone who is attractively lively and animated. It's a fun word that's often used to describe a person's personality. An example might be, her vivacious charm made her the life of the party. Our final advanced adjective is indispensable. When something or someone is indispensable, they're absolutely necessary. You can't do without them. For example, water is indispensable for human life. These 5 adjectives, meticulous, exquisite, elusive, vivacious, and indispensable, are commonly used by native speakers to add color and depth to their conversations and writings. By incorporating them into your own vocabulary, you'll not only sound more sophisticated, but you'll also be able to express yourself more precisely. Remember, learning a language is not merely about memorizing words, but understanding their nuances and applying them in the right context. So don't just learn these words, live them. With these 15 adjectives, you're well on your way to sounding like a native. Now, it's time for a quick recap. We've come a long way in our journey through the landscape of advanced adjectives. Let's take a moment to revisit the highlights of our discussion. We started off by introducing the concept of advanced adjectives, those descriptive words that go beyond the basics to add depth and nuance to our conversations. We delved into a variety of these adjectives, each with its own unique flavor. Remember effervescent? A lively, bubbly word that can describe both a fizzy drink and an energetic personality. Or ephemeral, a fleeting, transient adjective perfect for describing moments that are here one second, gone the next. We also explored serendipitous, a word that encapsulates the joy of unexpected good fortune, and mercurial, an adjective that beautifully captures the unpredictability of, well, anything that changes faster than the English weather. Then we dived into the depths of profound, an adjective that helps us express deep thoughts or feelings. Ubiquitous was another one, a handy adjective to describe something that seems to be everywhere at once. Our final set of advanced adjectives included quintessential, a word that helps us pinpoint the most perfect or typical example of something. We also discussed unprecedented, a word that signals something never done or known before. And who could forget enigmatic? This adjective is perfect for describing something mysterious that you can't quite put your finger on. Last, but certainly not least, we tackled exquisite, an adjective that can add a touch of beauty or sophistication to anything it describes. In this short span of time, we've added a wealth of descriptive words to our vocabulary. Each of these adjectives is a tool that can help us express ourselves more clearly, more accurately, and with greater nuance. Remember, the best way to learn is to practice, so try using these adjectives in your day-to-day conversations. Well, that's all for today's session. We've journeyed together through some of the most frequently used advanced adjectives, and I must say, you've been an incredible audience. It's important to remember that language learning is not a sprint but a marathon, and every new word, every new phrase you learn brings you closer to the finish line. These advanced adjectives are your stepping stones. They're the keys that unlock the door to sounding like a native speaker. You may stumble or falter, but don't let that discourage you. The beauty of language is that it's ever evolving, and there's always something new to learn. So keep practicing. Use these adjectives in your day-to-day conversations. Write them down. Make them a part of your vocabulary. And don't worry, you're not alone in this journey. We'll be right here with you, providing you with more content, more advanced adjectives, and more ways to enrich your language learning. In the upcoming sessions, we'll delve deeper into the world of adjectives, exploring those that are less common but equally important. Stay tuned for that fascinating voyage. Thank you for being a part of this session. Your dedication to learning is truly inspiring. Remember, learning is a journey. Keep practicing and you'll be sounding like a native in no time.